guys, it's All About Art here. Today I'm going to go over how you can sell Roblox art commissions as a kid, make a little bit extra Robux. Some of these tips may be general art commission tips, but some of them are also Roblox specific. Step 0, if you haven't done this before, I'm linking a video down below on how you can accept Robux as payment, how someone can actually send you Robux. Please be warned though, some of those methods may include a Roblox tax or a Roblox fee, and some artists actually raise their total price to cover that cost. Some artists just absorb the fee, they don't really care, they'd rather not charge their customers any extra money. It's entirely up to you on how you want to handle that. Personally, I recommend just raising your prices so you aren't losing out on any extra money. I'm also linking 2 more videos down below on how you can actually draw your Roblox characters and how to sell art commissions as a kid if you don't want to accept Robux as payment. Step 1, no matter the type of commission, you're always going to need a commission sheet and a portfolio. A portfolio is basically just like a bunch of example artworks of things you've done, so a customer can kind of get an idea of what type of styles you're offering, and it works basically as a product display. A commission sheet is either an image or multiple images that list all the info that a customer could need, like just right off the bat they can just look at it and know what type of payment you're accepting, how much your stuff is, and things you will or will not draw, and that way they can know if you're the right artist for them. The commission sheet will also include some example pieces from your portfolio that will show the different types of sizes you are offering. Most artists sell headshots or busts or half bodies or full bodies of characters because the more of a character that's showing, it can actually increase the total value of your artwork. Because if you're showing more character body, then it's going to require a little bit more anatomy and skill and experience. So typically artists tend to charge more for the more of the character that is showing. If you're not comfortable drawing full characters yet, you can just offer headshots. Headshots kind of cut off at about the shoulder area. They're just faces of characters and they work great as profile pictures. It's a great thing if you want to get into art commissions but you're not quite experienced enough yet to draw full poses. This is also a great time to set up your commission guidelines or terms and conditions page. I personally just like to set up a Google document file so I can just send it to people. I can just send them the link. And basically, in this kind of like terms and conditions, I list all the things that I don't really want to show on my commission sheet. Things like all the refund information, frequently asked questions, all that kind of stuff. I don't want to overload my commission sheet with too much information, so anything extra I send in a Google Documents file to any actual customer that's like interested. Like somebody messages me saying they want a commission. If they actually do that, then I send them the rest of the info. I also actually use a Google Forms document to take in commissions. I let customers fill all this information out, like that way I can make sure I get their username, their email, anything I personally might need for their commission. It's entirely up to you if you want to do that. I'll do a video in the future on how you can actually set up a Google Forms. It makes things a lot easier for me personally, but they're pretty easy to figure out on your own. So if you want to try that, use a Google Forms to get all the information you need, so that way you can make sure you don't have to talk to the customer as much, and that way you don't forget anything. Step 2 is about pricing, and the thing about pricing is it's a bit of a touchy topic. Art is subjective, meaning its value depends on the person who's looking at it. What you might think your art is worth might not line up with what somebody else thinks your art is worth. You're gonna have to be ready for people to occasionally argue with you on your price. Some people might say you are extremely overpriced, and some people might say you're underpriced and you should be charging more. Try to price your art fairly for whatever you personally think your art is worth. Stand firm on it whenever somebody tries to undercut you. If you're looking to figure out how much you should price your art, visit some Roblox art communities and try to find someone who's at like a similar skill level or experience level as you, and see how much someone like that is charging for their artwork. But the best way to price your artwork is to think of how much you would personally pay if you were the customer. Step 3, advertising is key. You can't just set up commissions and expect a bunch of people to come to you. Sometimes it can take a really long time to get noticed, especially if you're not advertising daily. Choosing where to advertise is the single most important part though. Using Instagram, for example, can be incredibly difficult for younger artists to get recognized. Their posts just don't get boosted as much. In my personal experience, Facebook groups can be incredibly overpopulated. You could be fighting with hundreds of other artists to get the attention. The best thing to do is try to find a niche community. Now this could be on Facebook or Reddit or Amino or anything really, but you want to find a niche community. And what I mean like that is basically try to find a group that's specifically about Roblox art. Like that's all they do. Not only are you going to have less members in that group, which means you're fighting for less attention because there's going to be less artists actually offering commission, but it's also going to be exactly who you want buying your artwork. You're going to literally find Roblox art commission customers. Like if you're selling artworks on a larger art commission group, then you're going through thousands and thousands and thousands of people who might not even like Roblox. So try to aim for communities that are smaller than 10,000 people and make sure it's more of a niche group. So it's not like a gigantic art group, it's a Roblox art group. Step 4, you always want to be extremely cautious of scammers. Art scamming is really bad in the art community, but it's even worse within Roblox because Roblox is full of kids, and kids can be really, really bad people sometimes. And that's normally because they're not mature yet. I notice it's very common within the Roblox art community to create an artwork, and then before sending it to their customer, they or watermark it, and then they wait until they receive full payment before they give them the unblurred or unwatermarked version. The problem with that is you are putting all of your faith within the customer, and this customer could literally just straight up ghost you. They could just take the watermarked image that you completely finished, take it and run, and then you never receive payment for it. What I personally like to do, which may or may not work for everyone, do whatever works best for you, but what I personally like to do, which has actually avoided me from ever getting scammed, and I've been doing art commissions for years, is I first like to talk to the person about like, okay, so what type of commission are you looking for? What type of character is it? What's your username? What's all this information? So I take in all the information I need about the commission, and I give them a very rough pose sketch. Now typically this rough pose sketch is literally just a rough outline of what the pose is gonna look like. I may include like a really rough like sketch of like something that's really defining about the character. Like if they have glasses, I might add in glasses. I'm not gonna draw in their whole face. I'm not gonna draw in their whole outfit. I might draw in like their type of hair and stuff so they can see that it's their character, so they know I'm not scamming them, that this is like an actual unique artwork. But I very roughly sketch in the pose and maybe the background. After they approve of the rough pose sketch, I ask for full payment up front right there. They already know they're going to be getting something. They know they're not going to be getting scammed from me. And that way I actually receive full payment before I ever even complete the artwork or go any farther with it. Before I waste any of my time, I make sure that I actually have the payment in my hands. There's no extra hassle of trying to edit images, and I don't have to be stressed about when I'm going to get paid. If they aren't willing to abide by my terms, then they don't respect me as an artist, and clearly there probably is error, honestly. Because if they aren't going to respect your terms, they don't respect you as an artist, they're not going to respect actually paying you. Step 5, there's just a few more things you should think about before doing Roblox art commission. First of all, don't beg for commissions. I see so many people doing this, and I understand most of you are kids, you don't know any better, but honestly, you don't want to be begging for commissions. If you say things like, please commission me, or I really need the Robux, it sounds greedy, and it's kind of like a turn off for people who actually want to commission you. You're more likely to get commissions if you don't come off as desperate. If you have a very professional business-like manner, people are more likely to actually trust you and know that you're going to finish the artwork and you're going to give them something they're going to be happy about. It just makes people kind of nervous when you're begging for Robux. Just try to treat this as a business transaction and your commission will go a whole lot more smoothly. Make sure you're obtaining their Roblox username, also like the actual like social media username that they're contacting you on, because you want to make sure not only you can give them credit of their artwork if you try to like repost it somewhere. If you like, let's just say you draw somebody's character, and let's say you want to post it up on your social media to show that you did a commission, so other people will see that you're doing commissions and maybe they'll want one too. Well, if you're doing that, you want to make sure you actually share the character's username, give them credit for their outfit and stuff, but also by making sure you get their Roblox username, it gives you an extra way to contact them if they're not replying on regular social media. This also lets you make sure that you are accepting payments from the proper person if you're doing the Roblox method for like taking Robux. If this video was helpful for you, make sure you like and subscribe for more art, finance, and gaming content. Comment down below if you have any questions. I try to answer as many of your guys' questions as possible. And I really hope this video helps somebody out if you're trying to get into Roblox art commissions. That's all for now. Bye guys.